What's up and welcome back to the channel. The name is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads and check out the links posted down below. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody who commented, liked, shared and subscribed to the last video to do with HasLab Unicron. It is very important that we get this information out there and we talk amongst ourselves as fans to not back down and be given what we deserve. This is a crucial time in the fandom, and I think if we sit idly by and say nothing, the company won't do anything about it. There has been an interesting response to this, and that is what I'm going to cover in another video. In this video I'm going to talk about this, and it is a leaked image of MPM Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. So it amazes me when we get leaked images like this that look like they have been taken on a potato, because some of the images that we do get aren't very crisp and aren't very clear. Now, I do understand that people that are taking these pictures more times than not are taking these pictures when they're not supposed to be, so it is a quick shot that they're trying to take and there is a possibility that it could be blurry. What is my thoughts and opinions on this one? Well, I think generally this had a good fan reaction from fans, and when you look at the masterpiece, particularly the MPM line, it is something that fans are buying into. The Bumblebee movie, make no secret about it, didn't really succeed financially the way they would have hoped to have done. It was $1 billion franchise and the Bumblebee movie didn't quite make anywhere near that. The movie itself, in my opinion, wasn't great, and I think that probably aided to the fact that people didn't enjoy it. At that time, there was a couple of other movies that really did sink it and were a lot better and a lot more interesting, it seemed, and I do understand that there were some people that had a bit of Transformers fatigue. Now, whether that's to do with the quality of the writing in the movies beforehand or a couple of other factors which I pinpointed, to be honest, with the Bumblebee movie, that could have been possibly it. What we get with this Optimus Prime though is something very interesting. This is a design that I think most people like, and I have to say it's very evocative of the G1 look of Optimus Prime. 3.0 have done a very comprehensive action figure in 1/6 scale recently in association with Hasbro, so I don't think it was too much of a surprise to see this come as an MPM. Hasbro at the moment probably have slowed down on the MPM line because there are only so many characters they can get through, and they have done a lot of those characters within the Studio series. Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie in the Studio series was a very popular character, but I think most people will agree that that figure wasn't quite absolutely nailed on perfect as it could be. Now that's why I think as a company, Hasbro, they do things like that. They will give you a lesser figure or a lesser price, and then they will say, here look, we have the MPM. Nobody can blame them. That is a good business model, and I think that is certainly one that has worked for them for a long time. So to choose this version of Optimus Prime, I think is a clever idea. It matches that aesthetic between the G1 character and also the movie character, and it is a very nice design. Now, as we can see here from the box, it is our standard masterpiece movie series line with the Transformers sign going at the side. It looks like that this could be a longer package, so that he will be packaged in robot mode, which wouldn't surprise me too much given that a lot of people with the MPM line have had a lot of trouble recently with the likes of paint, scratching. I think it makes more sense for the company to say, well, most people are buying this for the robot mode, package it in robot mode. Most of the time it's slimmer and easier rather than packaging in an alt mode, so I do understand that, and I think that probably works out for everyone best. I personally would buy the MPMs and I would have them up on the shelf, and I would very rarely transform them, and if I did, I usually buy 2 copies so that I have a transformed version and then a robot mode version, and then I don't actually have to transform it again. And I'm only doing that because of the QC issues with the Masterpiece line over the last couple of years, which I still do think that the company has to rectify personally. So as we can see here, it looks like a decent image. It certainly does look like a toy. It doesn't look like it's bang on the CG model. It doesn't look absolutely perfect and as slim as the CG model did. As we can see here, and what gives me a good clue about this is the likes of the kind of ribbing that's on the Masterpiece movie series box, which is what we see with the official likeness from Hasbro and Takara Tomy. There are some KOs that are out there that have a more flatter box. Now, I do understand that over the recent couple of years, the KOs have gotten better and the boxes certainly have gotten better, and it's very difficult to tell. But like I said, I think that this is a popular design that a lot of people will purchase. I think we already have the Bumblebee from this movie, so it would be a no-brainer then to give us Optimus Prime, because I think this Optimus Prime is a very popular rendition. Now, what kind of things does this throw up? Well, it's possible we could get Shockwave from this movie in MPM form. It's possible we could have Starscream, the Seekers, Blitzwing, and various different other characters, maybe Shatter, maybe Dropkick, either of their modes. This might be actually a good series to do the triple changing versions of Shatter and Dropkick, because they are given the size, they are given the budget, whereas with the deluxe figures so far we've only gotten one mode for each character, and it doesn't look really great either one, personally I don't think. So I think if they give them an MPM budget, I think they would do very well. Now personally, I'm going to be honest with you and say that I would rather see an MPM slot given to the Michael Bay movie figures, because I still want to see Sideswipe, I still want to see the twins, I still want to see RC and her two sisters if they could do them in the MPM line. I still want to see Bone Crusher, I still want to see Brawl and Blackout, and there's a number of other characters then that I would love to see. I would love to see Sentinel Prime in this line. I would love to see how they would do that, and I think maybe if they were a little bit more, I suppose, looking for a big price, big ticket item, maybe they could do an MPM of Jetfire from Revenge of the Fallen. I think that would probably be very interesting. Would they do Constructicons in this line? I would find it unlikely, because I think the scale of that would be absolutely massive, and I don't think we're going to get any bigger than the Titan class Devastator. Now I could be wrong, that could be a great idea, but then again you're going to ask people to drop 100 plus on a Constructicon. Will people do it? The fans certainly will. Will the average Joe, people that go out maybe and buy this on a whim? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I'm happy to see this Optimus Prime, and I'm happy for the Bumblebee movie fans if they decide to purchase this one. I'm also happy if it's a very good version of Optimus Prime that I will buy it, because like I said, it has a G1 aesthetic, it has a movie aesthetic, it's mixed together, it looked well. Even though I wasn't a big fan of the movie, it still was a good looking Optimus Prime, and I have to say already 3.0 did a wonderful job at their version of the movie Optimus Prime. So this is a bit of a leaked image. We'll see if this ends up being true. There are going to be a number of different fan forced Fridays and fan events over the next couple of weeks, it seems, with Toy Fair being cancelled. So don't be surprised if we get more images and more leaks. Hopefully the company get in front of this though, and they will say, here's the image, and release it, rather than let the leakers release these images and then they get out there, they're a little bit fuzzy, a little bit grainy, and then kind of, in my opinion, when you have an image like this, sometimes it might take away from the absolute wow factor of foreseeing it. But I have to say, the other thing about having an image like this, it's great to speculate. So I'm going to leave the video there. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Thanks to all the patrons and everybody that supports this channel. It's very much appreciated, and I want to thank everybody for that. Much appreciated. Talala one.